Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our weekly VNCE live stream. My name is Onle, founders of VNCE Children Gallery PMP Art for Children, and I currently live in US and run our gallery remotely together with our wonderful community team in Da Nang. And we always work with Robbie Parliaments. He is my supervisor for a long time. Even before I established the company, I already worked with him. And when we reopening the gallery, that we met a beautiful curator, Gulya, and she attended to our live stream today. So, quick talk about VNCE. This is Vietnam Cultural Exchange. We have the young local artists bring art for children. And about the children part, we run a small non-profit art space. It's called PMP Art for Children Da Nang Gallery. And because I stay in Da Nang, so we say Da Nang Gallery. And where the children come to experience creativity freely without the pressure of competition. And every Sunday, we open our gallery for families to join creativity workshops. Some are free, some have a small fee, but it just support the staff and materials. And with me today, and again, our lovely creator, workshop facilitator, she will be an art instructor, Gulya Qualia. So, hi Gulya, please say hello.
Yeah, hi Awan. Hi everyone. I'm glad to see you on our weekly live stream from our art gallery for children. And this is where we usually share a bit more about our upcoming workshop. So let me talk more about this Sunday. We will be making a burger collage showing each ingredient that makes up a burger is a beautiful, maybe slightly chaotic arrangement using whatever paper materials with materials the children choose. So paper burger is a playful craft where children create a big burger out of paper shapes, and each layer represents ingredients. Bun, lettuce, cheese, tomato, sauce, and other products. Children will come, assemble, glue, and sometimes draw textures. They can also add their own paper elements or even make the burger come alive, turning it into one with eyes and mouth, for example. Yeah, it's about imagination more than realism. So some kids will also add glitter, for example, some add pink cheese or some add a rainbow bun.
Mhm.
Um, I think that on one hand, it's a simple task. Cut and glue. Just collage, we make this very often, but we already had so many classes. Yeah, we have so many classes with collages before. But on the other hand, it opens up a huge space for imagination and creativity. This is where the real artistic challenges begins. So the moment when children encounter ideas of composition, choice, and maybe their own personal style.
Mhm.
So it will be this Sunday.
Thank you. So it's very fun and how to
Mhm.
say it's very imaginative that you just say a paper burger because everyone they will have their preferred burgers. Some of them will have some slice of tomato, some of them no onion ring, and they will make their own burger with their own imagination. So that sounds really fun because I remember it's like not all the kids they love double cheeseburger but they will maybe in the imagination that yeah in fact I'm not able to eat let's say like tomatoes or cucumber but I want to add it in my burger and that's also acceptable but also like what Gulia just said that this it will be like something really fun because children will create their own recipe so not follow a fixed example, they give them permission to be a little bit silly, a little bit expressive, adventurous with colors, and collage is a nice thing. and we display a lot of artwork from Joe Bullerman. Uh, she she have a lot of colors artwork in our place, and we do have the collector from hers that we will present in the art lending program in the future. Hopefully that we can run that program next year. But anyway, I think I guess that this kind of activity also will help the children to understand how small pieces come together to create something fuller, right? So this is really beautiful, especially for the children who sometimes feel shy about drawing from scratches. Because like for me, I always tell you that I'm not good at drawing. Something if I put some color on, it seems easy, but drawing sometimes for me it feels like so much detail. And
Mhm.
that's it. I have a hard time to just keep like very sharp line. And that is something maybe it's hard for them as well. So what skills that are developed through this layer paper construction?
Through this simple activity, children explore colors, textures, composition, while practicing fine motor skills like cutting and gluing. It also encourages decision making, yeah, because they should make their own design, choosing which ingredients to include and how to arrange them. This supports hand strap, scissor coordination, patience, and kids must choose order. Run first, the lettuce on the top, then cheese, with cheese, and this teach planning in a playful way.
Mhm.
And beyond the fan, paper burger is a way for children to express individuality.
Mhm.
No two burgers ever looks the same, and it sparks laughter to and creativity, giving them freedom to mix fantasy with everyday
Mhm.
objects. And when parents or teacher join in, it becomes a shared also moment of imagination and everyone building together and comparing recipes and celebrating each child's unique creation. I think all of these things.
That really nice. One of the skill that I feeling like that we rarely talk about that's the planning. The
Yeah.
planning through playing is so powerful. And when children understand the orders in a comfortable and joyful environment, they build the confidence. The
Mhm.
planning is a kind of skill that it will happen and grow up with them in everywhere in the school, how they can plan what they will study first, right? So they don't feel the judged or pushed. They simply explore. And because the project is physical and visual, so the learnings is natural. And the parents often like underestimate how much learning happens to just make things. So sometimes it's like drawing. Oh, the kids draw, but that's it the process. The kid learning a lot. It bring out a lot of skills. And
Mhm.
this workshop really give the permissions to trust the child natural process. And that is something I feeling like that very powerful with that. Yeah, I think this is seem very like a visual. It seem like very fun but I think it's bring out like something obvious, and the kid will develop different things, not only about the motor skill, but what I really like from this is planning.
Mhm.
Because if we travel, let's say very easy, if we travel, we need to have a good plan. That's it
Mhm.
why we need to have a schedule. What we do on that. And what about the children who dislike costing or the fine motor task? Because you say that they also will develop the motor skills. But if they're feeling like still kind of fine motor task, it's kind of boring and too detailed for them because not all the kids are skillful. They kind of clumsy. So will they enjoy it?
Yes, absolutely. Even children who are not very fond of cutting or fine motor tasks can still enjoy this activity. They can take part of choosing colors, arranging the ingredients, or helping to design the burger before it's glued together. So some children prefer to draw or paint the layers instead of cutting them, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, and the idea is not to make a perfect burger, but to explore imagination in a way that feels comfortable for each children. And if I always teach them, ask help, and if they are not really confident in cutting or they don't know how, but they have their own idea, I can help them. I always remind them that I can help in their challenging parts, and if they need. Yeah, and they make their more easiest part or favorite part of working themselves. And once they see how playful and open the process is, even the uh, say, shy or not confident ones usually get curious and start joining in their own pace.
Yes, I can imagine like how frustrating when they are not able to like do in some very fine, very small thing, cutting thing. Even it's quite dangerous for them sometimes, when you try to make so much detail. And many children become like stressed, so allow teasing, give the freedom and reduces fear of mistake as well. If they don't want to use the scissors, they also can use the hand to rip them up, right? Drawing and rip them because at Gulya say that's a collage. So collage is not only that you have to have the perfect line, and it's fine for you to just a little bit rip here, a little bit broken there, and it shifts the mood from performance to exploration. So this workshop become about the sensation and play, not perfection. And that's exactly why we VNCE spirit going for that. We're not going for like a very high skill level because we know out there a lot of high skill level of art, but we offer some new dishes for kids that here this is the art. This is the technique you can try out. And do children always make the traditional burgers or do they go wild with their own creativity?
Oh, nice question. Most of time, they go absolutely wild with creativity, while a few might start by making something close to real burger. Children quickly realize that they can turn it into anything: a rainbow burger, a dessert burger with paper chocolate, or girls prefer make it in girls' colors with cute
Mhm.
things, with jewelry or something like this, or even a burger full of stars and flowers. And for example, when we have Egyptian art workshop, I really like one work when one boy at make a pyramid. We make a paper pyramid, and he also add UFO under it because he already knows
Mhm.
um, this idea that maybe pyramid not making by humankind, but it may be something from space. So he even adds something from himself,
Mhm.
and they usually add something their own, and that's really the heart of the activity. It's not about making a realistic burger, but about letting imagination take the lead, and each creation becomes a reflection of kids' personality and sense of play.
I love that because children often remind us that imagination is bigger than the real world. And their creations make us smile, sometimes surprise us deeply, right? So the playful freedoms is nourishment for the heart. And when we allow that, the children feel seen and respected. That that's a real value of the education that we at the children gallery we would love to bring it out for children. So can this activity be adapted for the group setting, like classroom with holding like more children, let's say like 20 or 30 children?
Definitely. Paper burger works wonderfully in group settings like classrooms or workshops. You can adapt it by turning it into a collaborative burger restaurant project, like something like this. Each kid creates one ingredient or one layer, and together they build a giant glass burger on a wall or poster. It's a fun way to encourage teamwork, sharing, and communication. And for example, in this year, after that, we also have a big group project. It was a giant snake, and group of kids they made different parts of snake. Yeah, it's fun way to encourage teamwork, sharing, and communication. Teachers can also use it to talk about food, colors, or even healthy food in a light-hearted way, and it will be really interesting for kids. Um, yeah, and plus because every kid contributes something unique, no one feels left out, and the final burger becomes a joyful collective artwork that celebrates everyone's creativity, and they will for sure enjoy after.
Yeah, the fantastic. The collaboration build the teamwork, and the kids will feel proud that share the
Mhm.
creations. So it's also bring a joyful sense of community into the art making process. Can parents join into this program?
Yes, sitting near, making their own burger, or just observing. If they see that their young kids need help or support or need some advices, they also can support them. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, we always suggest that parents should sit nearby because our program often designed for the kid from 3 to 12 years old or even older. But that's the target group almost every free workshop that we try to design for kids. So with the kid too young, definitely we need the help from the parent. And this is the free workshop. So we are, to be honest, we are not like a daycare or the babysitters in the place. We do have some tutor to help, but mostly the parent have to responsible for the kid as well. And yeah, when parents create alongside with children, something gentle happens, and there is no instruction, no direction, just present there for them, and the children feel supported simply by have a parent nearby. Because sometimes my parent, so sorry, sometimes my daughter will say, "Mama, help." She will ask for help, and it's just when they will respond like, "What do you need? Where you want me
Mhm.
to put this?" There was some small moment instead of we just like stick them for them. Maybe we ask them to guide us how we will do it. And I think that's make art become the shared emotional space as well, where they need help and they feel that you are there for them. And this is a way to build a connection without words and a very meaningful moment for the families. So do you have one creative twist parent could try making paper burger with kids?
Yeah, here a fun creative twist parents can try like a story burger. Instead of making a regular burger, each layer represents a part of short story the kid invents. For example, it can be the bun where the story begins and each ingredient meets next. It's like a story. It can be like a story, and the lettuce, the setting, the cheese, the main character, for example, and the tomato or funny or surprising event, and the top one, how it all ends, for example. Yeah,
Hmm.
it could be different stories. Maybe it can linked with each each kid favorite story, something like this, but with our characters, with our burgers ingredients, something like this.
Nice. Yeah,
And
so go ahead. Go ahead. So sorry.
when they build their burger, they tell the story layer by layer, for example, and mixing art with storytelling. It's it's imaginative, and it's language rich, as a ex not ex sometimes, yeah, I also have my students in person uh, who learn Russian with me, so I always like this moment when art meet language, and if we can make language rich, it's also really nice. And I always try to pay attention to this moment, and makes for and this it makes for a beautiful keepsake once finished.
Mm-hmm. So that really nice moment that you just say like some moment that you can know how they can do it. I just have a question here that I plan to ask, and I didn't know that you still can continue, so I'm so sorry for that as well. So some children get excited and want to make the bulgogi very big and tall, many layers. Um,
Mhm.
is this okay? Do we try to limit them or just let them explore themselves, or even they start it even more than the limit of the paper can hold?
No, that's actually a wonderful moment, and exactly what creativity learning is about. And if a child decides to make a paper taco sandwich or something completely different, it means they have connection with their idea and made it their own.
Hmm. I really appreciate that we do not stop the children when that imagination expands, So when the tribe builds something larger than expected, they are actually expressing confidence and curiosity. If we try to limit them, we send a message that your idea should be small.
Mhm.
And but if we support them, we send a different message. Your ideas have space here. So why you don't try it out? And this is how children learn to trust themselves. And even the act of problem solving, the figuring out how to keep a huge baby burger balanced, so become a meaningful learning experience for them. And what if the child decided that they don't want to make a burger at all? Maybe they just want to create like what you say, like a paper taco or maybe paper sandwich or different salad dish. So how
Mhm.
do we handle that?
Yes, we for sure should allow to make different. We usually show their idea, but it can be really far. They can make something different, but it should be like um, in this art technique maybe they anyway use different materials, and they can make
Mm.
yeah, pizza or taco, not exactly burger, but if they will follow the art technique, I will be happy. I usually try to allow them to make what they want. It's also their creative idea, and we can't not allow them to follow it.
Mhm. So the workshop is truly about the frameworks It's not about the fixed outcome that you have to make the burger. And when the child want to step sideways, creativity and a size of their ownership, they're not just like following the instructions. They are shaping their own experience. And Gulya right there to support them and give them more idea. Like, okay, if you want to make the taco, how the taco look, what kind of taco you will make. And this exactly what we want at the Children Gallery PMP. Children who feel more empowered, explored. And so parents watching judge this process. And if you are trying to make a paper sushi burger, butterflies, for example, and we celebrate that spirit fully. And that is something that we also very excited for the kid. Yes, so that really nice topic. I would love to talk a little bit more about the teaching kids sustainability through art. So what kind of sustainability that we can bring out for the kids every workshop that we organize it. So Gulya, why is the pretend food play so valuable in the child development?
Um, Pretend food play is incredibly valuable because it blends imagination, social learning, real world understanding all in one joyful activity. It matters so much because language and communication, for example, like a first point, when children cook, serve, or order food, they naturally use descriptive words. Practice dialogue and expand their vocabulary. And yeah, we usually always train some English words. Especially like in this activity, not all ingredients we know in English and we learn it. Social and emotional skills also are here because we pretend play often happens in group or pairs and children take turns, roles and learn empathy, like asking, would you like more soup, or how does this burger taste, and they talk more, they discuss, they ask advice or give advices, and maybe also cultural understanding. For example, when kids choose make not exactly burger, or they choose pizza or taco, we should ask why you choose this idea, and they usually can give you really nice explanation. They can share that they visit something at first time and they have nice imagination, and yeah, they know something more about other culture. Maybe that's why they choose something their own. And through food play, kids explore dishes from different places, and they start recognizing that food connects people and traditions, and they're making food out of paper, clay, and of other materials. It gives children a sense of mastery and freedom. So, yeah.
So this allowed them to express emotional memory in the gentle way, right? Because when you say like when we ask why, so they have to kind of like remind again the story, what's going on with that, why it make them want to make some specific food. And it also help the parent to understand the child inner world, because when the child tell you a story again, why they remember that. Simple play reveals meaningful insights, and this is truly beautiful way. So how can parents support at home without taking over?
Mm-hmm. As always, I advise them to just sit here, comment gently, ask what the gift wants, and not what is correct, and just support in very gently way.
Mm-hmm. So it's all the time we say, a lot of time we say not correct them, let them a little bit freedom. And this is a key parenting skill. We guide instead of controlling. And the drive feels safe to try it. And we learn with the witness rather than the evaluate. As children blossoms when the adult presents it warm and soft. And just being nearby is enough. And ask it not about the result, is it about the relationship, the connection between you and the piece about that you made. So when children create something silly like a burger with the glitter or the pink tomato, the weird color of the tomato. So how do the support emotional openness?
When children make something silly or unexpected, like a glitter burger or a pink tomato, they are allowing themselves to express freely without fear of judgment. And that act of playful way of humor helps them. I'm really sure that it helps them feel safe to be themselves, release emotions through play, and develop flexibility and confidence, and also connect with others. And we also learn this moment from our other workshops. For example, when it was a workshop inspired by Gauguin art, we all makes some natural subjects in unexpected colors. So we usually show them that in art we can use colors which we want and which better express our emotions. Mhm.
Yes, I agree. So sometimes, like a silliness can be a doorway to be honest. And you see like a doorway to honesty. And when the child laughs, when they're making art, the body relaxes. And the relaxed child is more willing to share, communicate, and explore the feeling. So we often think like emotional the openness might look serious, but playful can be powerful emotion language. And through these tiny joyful acts, children feel understood and accepted. This creates an emotional foundation that lasts much longer than the craft itself. And yeah, because they will learn some certain specific skills, they will carry on with that. So yes, thank you so much for all of those. So sometimes parents worry the activity look too simple. And how do we help them see the deeper value?
Mhm. It's true. On the surface, making a paper burger may look simple, but the simplicity is exactly what makes it so rich for learning and creativity. While it involves basic actions like cutting, gluing, arranging, and also engages kids in imaginative thinking, like deciding what ingredients to include, what color or texture to use. Also, artistic choices like exploring composition, balance, and style in a playful, low pressure way. Also, as we say before, like fine motor development, cutting, folding, and manipulating paper straightness, hand-eye coordination also, as we say already, emotional expression, and problem solving and planning. All these things, it can be too simple. Yeah, it's like more. If we go more deep to each activity, we see that it's not too simple. And a simple activity like this is actually a doorway to big skills and deep creative exploration. And the joy and freedom that children experience is just as important as the finished product. And if you want, you can see our program. They all looks like most of our activities like adapted. They not too complicated, but they help to improve many skills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is an important shift for many parents, you know. So when the activity is simple, the child have more room for imagination, choices, and the storytelling behind that. It's more room for them when you ask a question, you know. So they know kind of answer that why they're doing like that. And we start measuring the quality by how realistic the arts look. And instead, we look at the engagement, the joy, the attention, the connections. Children don't remember the finished artwork as much as the feeling of being allowed to critique freely. So that feeling shapes their confidence, and we always feeling like that the confidence is a skill that they should learn and develop. Of course, we don't want to do something too over, right? But to have some certain confidence when you are in the young age that make them not being afraid doing things. And
Mhm.
that is some powerful skill for them as well. A lot of nice, important skill for kids to learn. So how can parents talk to their children during this activity in a supportive way?
How talk, right? They should use open-ended prompts like, tell me about this layer, or what does this ingredient taste like, or do you remember that we try a burger from this place, or what is your favorite? Something like this. For example, we also visit new place a few days ago, and my son is really like this place. He start to explain me because I ordered for myself another dish. He even explain me like adult. He say, "Oh, mom, this cheese wasn't like laid.
Mm.
It and I like that cheese was under the meat and something like this. He also want to be a chef, and maybe that's fine. But I was surprised how he explained, he described it very with details and with expression. Maybe this kind of question also help to kids make their art more joyful.
Yes, because the open-ended questions often invite storytelling instead of evaluation. And if you
Mhm.
see a lot of movies, they did the open-ended. They
Mhm.
let the audience giving the answers, making up the story by the audience itself. And the parents become a curiosity companion, not a judge, and the
Mhm.
child feels important and listened to. This strengthens emotional connections while also building language and expressive thinking. It is a truly loving way to present, and always nice thing that the parent just be there for them, not
Mhm.
judging, not why like this, you can ask why in different way, not just like why this is tomato have to be red. No, tomato doesn't need to be red, right? It have orange, it have yellow tomato, it have blue tomato if you want. And yeah, that's all about present for them. And what about the children who get frustrated when the glue or the paper doesn't behave at the way that they want?
Mhm. We teach them patience and offer small support. We normalize mistakes as a part of making, and when children see that challenges are normal, they need to work through them, and that overcoming difficulties is part of making a craft or collage, they become calmer because often children compare themselves to others, or they have the false belief that everything should be easy during their making art and craft, and they realize that effort and problem solving are part of process.
Mhm.
um, and it helps them accept mistakes and stay more relaxed and go through the difficulties.
Yeah, this is where the resilience grows because like fluctuations, it is like kind of emotions that almost everyone will have and certain of life you will pass the fluctuations moment, and it's not the failures, it's just the emotion is a part of the humans and it's a moment to learn self-regulation instead. And if we stay calm and supportive, children learn to return to curiosity instead of shutting down, and they learn like I can try again, I can solve this problem, I
Mhm.
am capable to do it. And this is more valuable than that any perfect paper burgers or any perfect works that they done. So arts become more like a life skill. And every single workshop, we try to bring out some certain skills, perspective for kids to learn, not only about art, but also bring out the lesson for the kid to use them in the real life. So how can the parent continue this playful creativity at home with very simple materials?
Mhm. Yes, there are no need something special. Old magazines, colored paper, scrap, glue, crayons, that's enough. And creativity is not material dependent, so they can offer a few simple materials and offer make some idea and maybe a little bit support sitting here and try to make together. So it will be enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to be honest, I really love this message because art it doesn't need to be expensive or complicated. Like one of the videos on ours, um, how say our series that we're talking about art, that in the museum they take the bananas on the wall. It's just a
Yeah.
banana step on the walls, and the sale is such an expensive banana, and is considered at the artwork. The one who purchase it, they can take out the tab and eat the banana in the way they want. So sometimes, if you think in that way, yes, the value of the banana is stuck on the walls is expensive, but is it the expensive materials? No, it's just the tape, and
Mhm.
it's with I think that's it, the Dutch tape even. It's just the Dutch tape with the banana. I don't think that's expensive materials at all. And what matters is time. What matters here is attention, and then what matters here is openness. And when the arts is woven into the daily life, the children start to see the creativity everywhere. They learn that the beauty can be found in the simple way, also in the simple things, and that is the gift that they carry into their adulthood. And yeah, I would say like this kind of things people often compare like, oh, you need to buy like this expensive crayon because quality will be better. At this moment, I think with the kids, we do not talk about quality. We talk about experience, how much they're able to handle that. When you're
Mhm.
starting to learn how to write, you do not invest a lot of money into the pencil. You
Mhm.
buy in the good pencil, of course, the pencil that you're able to use with the kids, able to write the letter. You do not invest like a $500 or like a 1 million pencil for the kid to write, right?
Mhm.
You just like, okay, this is 5,000 Vietnam dong for a pencil. That's good enough. And same with art. About their age, about the kids, it's more about exploring, open their world with all different things. And they're very beautiful way to think about. And we always can let them playing with art in anything. We were just come from the pizza restaurant tonight. And at the pizza is really fun. Um, because last week we were just talking Play-Doh. So the pizza plate, he offered us the plate with the pizza dough. And he
Mhm.
kept brought them out and he just said like, you can let your daughter make a chef and then I will bake it. And that is something really fun activity for kids, and that's considered as kind of art. Instead of Play-Doh, that's a real pizza dough, and she just doing like this. Unfortunately, we're not able to, use that all everything because, that's a pizza and she make it very tiny with her hands. So we have to make everything in one and then we shape them again. We do the heart shape. But beside that, that's also something that we can let the kid learn together. If you want to make food, you have to make in a bigger size of it. And it's coming to the end that the dough getting so big because that's in a pizza dough and it make me also have to learn that I never make a pizza dough before, so I didn't know the how thin it is, but I should make it like a normal dough that I would do at home. Unfortunately, it's getting so fluffy and big. So we have a thick dough for ourselves, but it's all the learning together. We discover the materials, we discover everything that we can, and it's also considered as art. So yeah, so how can art help the children respect the natural more as well? Because I should bring out the examples of tonight that we was in the restaurant and my daughter making the pizza dough.
Mhm. They see beauty in reused materials and develop care for the environment. And I use a lot of recycling materials in our activities, and I see that my son also changed his mind. He started to think that the box of from delivery also can be like future materials for his art, and he also start to think about it. He start to say that, oh mom, can you save this box because I want to make a robot, for example. This kind of box of cardboard materials can be nice for my robot's head, for example. Yeah, he also started to think that we can reuse some materials, some things in our everyday life. Mhm.
That's true, because when children start to valuing the small thing, they also grow to respect the bigger words around them, and arts become like a gentle teachers of the respect and gratitude. We have a lot of workshop talking about gratitude as well by using art workshops. So finally, what do you hope the children take away from today's workshop?
Yeah, I really hope that joy, creativity, and the awareness that even trash can become a treasure, to show how a simple activity can open up the realms of imagination.
Yes, I hope that all the families watching today remember that every small action matter, and the creativities can truly train the world as well. And that is something beautiful to think about. So thank you for everyone spending this evening with us. I hope today talk helps you feeling how meaningful simple creativity can be for children. So before that, I would love Gulya let us know again about our activity for this week.
Mhm. Yes, we have activities on Sunday, every Sunday from 9 till 11. These activities are for free. I make this program for every Sunday. I try to pick up the most interesting, the most different, sometimes challenging activity to our kids. So please join. I will await you every Sunday here.
Beautiful. Yes, that absolutely that we always have the workshops in morning Sundays, 9 to 11. We host a free activity for all kids and mostly from 3 to 12. We do have around 20 to 30 minutes with circle time. So definitely it's something for kids that around 3 years old can attend with the circle time with Gulia. And then on Sunday afternoon from 15 to 17 o'clock, and we repeat the activity with a small fee with 50,000 Vietnam dong, is including a drink from the tea shop, and the fee helps support the staff and keep our material available for the community. We do get a lot of donation from a lot of like a supply shop nearby is a Gulya friend who also run the workshop in towns. And thank you for all of you guys that donate us a lot of materials. But beside that, we always expect to receive more donation. We need the help from people because this what kind of workshop will going on until the time the day that I'm able to run it, I'm gonna say, because at this moment we run the workshop a lot by ourselves. So to keep it maintaining more approachable for everyone, would love to have the help from everyone. So yes, Gulya also offer the small group technique focus classes. This is more skillful for kids and introduce more technique for children who a little bit step further into art, and this group will be for the children age at least 5 years old and who are ready for deeper exploration. These are separate from the Sunday workshop and give the children a chance to develop specific art skills in more detail. And just remind you guys, this is not really art classes like teaching you like a series of drawing, series of painting. This is mostly for kids to discover the technique, focus on more into some specific technique, some certain theme. Maybe it follow by months, maybe follow depend on the theme. And this is for the kid to learn about art skill in more depth of it. So we have doodling in the rain. And in November last week on Saturday, Gulya designed 3 different workshops in doodling as well. And this is again, it mostly specific, it more detailed into art, but it's not exactly like a traditional drawing or traditional painting classes for kids that normally family expect that will be. So if you want to add some informations about Gulya workshop, I will let Gulya link, and also you are welcome to text to us if you have any questions. And if you feel like connected to our missions, you are welcome to support in many ways, like enjoy tea at the channel. At the ground floor, we have a tea shop, and all the profit directly support the children art at the gallery. If you donate art supplies like our neighbors shops, they're giving us like glue, brushes, paper, scissors, that are helpful for every single future workshop for us. Contribute the financials in any amount that comfortable. Every single cup of tea, every small donation truly help us continue this activity. And please also stay connected with us by subscribing to the VNCE YouTube channel. Click like or share our videos. This is a free way to support us. Have more family discover these creativity community activities. And thank you again for joining. I wish your children a weekend full of imagination and joys and curiosity. And we look forward to see you guys this Sunday. And good night, everyone. Bye bye.